Hi everyone, this is Just Trying to Play It, and we are back with Little Big Workshop, Evil DLC. So sometimes I forget that I'm playing the Evil DLC because obviously there's another one like this one, so it makes a difference, obviously, as to which one I'm doing. But this is the Evil DLC, and for those of you who have been following this, either this channel or whomever else's channel, this one is basically where you're sabotaging your competition and you're trying to beat the ultimate person, which turns out to be Nemesis, who was your, I guess, boss, you can call him. He was calling you his apprentice. He then turned on you, as I guess a lot of people probably figured out from the beginning. I mean, there was no way that Nemesis was going to, stay true to his word because of his greed and such. So I kind of figured it was going to happen. But it was nice playing through that scenario. Playing through the scenario just to see it. And then just to see some of the other stuff that they've added in this DLC that, you could make a case for them to put it in the original, game as well. I don't see any reason, well, personally, I don't see any reason not to, but that's not my concern, obviously. So basically, what we're doing right now is we're trying to avoid bankruptcy, which almost always seems to be the case. So because of that, we need to try our best to figure out how we are going to avoid that in the future. Now, right now, we're trying to hurry up and sell off some of these ducks so that they can buy us some time. The wonderful thing about that is they do take these ducks in bulk. So however many can be carried, they carry them. So that bought us a little time. So hopefully we're going to be able to do some more ducks as time passes. So it looks like these ducks are going to save our butt. So, I mean, who knew that a duck could save your life? But the duck is going to save us from going bankruptcy right now. And we're going to try our best to, every time we're about at negative 4,000 to maybe 4,500, we're going to try our best to go ahead and sell off as many of those products as possible. Well, as many as that have been created. We don't want to get too close to 5,000 because the negative 5,000, because we don't want to get to the point where we don't have time to sell them off and the next thing you know, we go bankrupt. So having said that, I believe that the toy food is going to really help us out a lot. The price is going to go down considerably, but maybe we'll pull off of those until the price picks back up. These I like because the demand is going to go down, but the price is going to go back up. So as soon as we are in the clear and we have some money going on, we're going to start cranking out some of those horses. And while our people are doing that, which, as I said, is kind of busy work, while we get out some of the other higher price items like this King Barbecue, we're at 36.8% of this, which is, it's kind of slow, but it's a product that requires so many moving parts. So you can see here, we've got so many machines that are going to be working on these parts. And then obviously, it's a process. So once they do this, they got to take all of these and do something else. So you can see what we're up against here. But on, I guess, kind of a good note, we've got some Sabotage goblins waiting around for one of our opponents. So we're close to the end of a market cycle. So we're going to wait and see how our last Sabotage affects Crazy Steve. And hopefully that Sabotage has done well enough to bring his value down so that it's more reasonable for us to go ahead and buy him out. Now, keep in mind, obviously, we're in the negative, so we do not have the kind of cash necessary in order to buy him, but we can at least start bringing that number down so that it is more attainable than not. Because right now, it's a pipe dream that we're ever going to buy that thing. So, we can probably give that up if we were thinking that way. If we want to think negative, then yes, we will never be able to buy it. But we're not going to think that way. We're going to think that we're going to be able to buy it soon, and we're going to be able to hopefully use that to help us boost our net worth. Because we can't keep with this negative, barely staying afloat here. So we obviously have to keep some positive cash flow going. And let's just look here for a sec. It's what it is we're not getting and that's what it is too. We're not getting enough money coming in on a regular basis. So, because of that, we're constantly facing bankruptcy, which is, it's just not good. It really is not good. So we probably could wait until they finish all of the rubber ducks and get those out. And then once the rubber ducks are done, I believe that we will then have, let's look here. Yeah, so after the rubber ducks are painted, we will then start working on our hamburgers and milkshakes being done. So hopefully these toy foods will start coming out soon after these rubber ducks. Now the rubber ducks will keep us from going into bankruptcy. It should put us about, depending upon when they do it, about 1,600 over, maybe 1,700. So we should be positive 1,700. That's not saying a lot because our people cost us a lot of money. Excuse me. So, okay, well, I was wrong. It's 1,100 because it took a while. So that 1,100 is going to get eaten up almost immediately. So, okay, we're at another cycle. So let's just take a look and see what kind of things are in this cycle. Now, we're still probably going to queue up some of these ducks, which I am tempted to queue up some right now while we have a few dollars in cash. If I do 50 of them, that's 600 of our money. You know what? Let's go for it. At least we'll have something queued up. Now, we're doing the toy food, which obviously is more money. So the toy food is going to give us a lot more than these ducks. But hopefully, once as they're doing the toy food and they finish those processes, the ducks are going to then start getting done. It's just a matter of cash flow, as I say all the time. It's a matter of cash flow. So, like I said, let's look at the market and kind of see what else we might want to get into. Now, the demand for this is going to go higher, but the price is going to go down just slightly, which is not saying too much. We haven't tried that yet. We know what that's going to be like. Now this dude is in here. He's trying to keep us from this, which I can't really blame him, but we're not going to let him. He's probably going to have to get a little sabotage action going on. As I said, we're going to hit this probably later. They're at 170, which is not a bad price. It's not a bad price. Too bad we can't do all 85 in one cycle, but it's not a bad price. These I might stay away from for a while, just simply because of how long it takes. I mean, it's all sewing, but it just seems to take so long for those. I would love to do some more of these. We can only do 13. How long would these take? About a day. We may go ahead and try to crank out some more of those. But let's look at the medium stuff. We tried a few of these. It really kind of wasn't worth it. I really want to do these because they aren't that bad. But I think, yeah, we were missing this particular item, which I think was almost 10,000. Yes, it was. And with the billboard, it's going to be 10 grand. So, yeah, that kind of poses a little bit of a problem. So, we're looking at... Yeah, we're not looking at too many items that we're going to be able to do. We're attempting this, the King Barbecue, just simply because of the money that it's worth. And obviously that's the key right now, is how much money is it worth. Eventually we're going to get into the robots as well, because it does not take that many of those, but it does take time. I would say maybe a full, the way we had it going in the original game, it was taking about a full cycle for these. But obviously, if we had, the necessary equipment, that would not be an issue. So, okay, now it looks like we're cranking out some toy food. We're also starting on some rubber ducks. So I'm liking this. We are, looks like we're painting the last of the toy food, and we're shaping out our ducks. So that's wonderful to know. I really would love the King Barbecue to come through. And I think that's the key also. If we just keep, we can probably keep, to me, that's a complicated blueprint. We can do that blueprint, but we've got to have other things working so that we have the time to finish those blueprints. So we're going to have to think about something like that as well. And we're creeping up to negative 3,000, but the toy foods that we have made should cover that. I think in this case, we're going to start waiting until we're close to 4,000 and selling off some of the toy food. We're not going to go too far past 4,000 unless I just so happen to miss it. But our people are trying, because I really do want to do, okay, so this will put us at least, in the positive by a little bit. So at least that's a step in the right direction. And then while they're loading those, we're also finishing up some more. And obviously we're going to crank out some more of the toy food as well, because it just is, it's easy money, really. It's just easy money because it uses, I want like 3 machines, but it's 3 of the easiest machines that you can use. So in this case, I think I want to try to stay above the negative, because we really need to get, this is going very slow. This is going actually very slowly. Let's see what I don't want to move it up. Yeah, see, it's saying that it's waiting 11 days. So I probably need to think about what I did here. Let's look. Yeah, because see, it's got to do so much just at the assembly stations. Yeah, it's got to do so much stuff. The toy food has to finish, so we've got about 28 more of those left to finish. Then we've got to do the wheels on these things. Then we have to do the lower assembly, the body, and then we have to do the actual, yeah, so these 2 machines are going to be working overtime. So what we need to do is we need to think about, obviously, what can we do in the meantime to make sure those can get out. But we also need to make sure that we're not going to lose out on too much revenue. It does not look like we're going to lose out on too much. And obviously, we're nowhere near the demand that we're doing. So we should be good there. At least I'm hoping so. We should be good. But it's going to take a while for that to get done, which I don't like. But, so in the meantime, we're going to have to do stuff that does not require the use of that assembly station, because if we want to get these cranked out, then we need to kind of leave those just to do, those steps for the King Barbecue. So at least, we have a semi-plan. Plans are made to be broken, though. They're made to be changed. They're made to be massaged. They're made to be adjusted. So we will definitely do that as time goes on. And we're just going to keep selling off these wonderful toy foods to build up a little bit of extra cash here. Now, in the meantime, let's just see how much it would cost for us to increase this to this. That's $23.40, and then we're gonna have to demolish this. So $25.20. That's not too bad. I think we should do it, because I want to move. We're going to have to move some stuff around. Eventually, we're going to get some more equipment in here. But let's think about it first. Let's think about it. We need to move this one over so we can put a door here, because we really need to have, they don't need to come all the way through here just to get here. If they're here, they need to go from here, here, and here, here. So we need to make that a little more fluid, I think. And then I wonder if we can adjust any of this. I'm going to check and see. Maybe we can move this over there. And then move that down. Move this over here. And then create a door here. But let's see. So we sold those off. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this, since we were going to do it anyway. Let's do that. Let's see what kind of. I think we're going to take a hit on the comfort over here, the mood, but we'll take that hit. We'll take that hit right now. We can always get another decoration. Buying another decoration is easy compared to, you know, just the other stuff that needs to be done. And then I think we're going to move those machines back, or maybe to the side. While we're at it, since no one's using this, let's move this over here. You know what? Take your friend with you. Oh, I forgot. I gotta say yes, move it over there. Let's move that over there, and then let's take this one. Oh, it's not gonna fit. Well, let's not take that one. Hopefully that's enough room for a door. But we're going to move this too. Let's move that. Let's just move it here for now. Yeah, it's best to just, you know, create a better path for stuff. And I'm really bad at that. So let's put this door here. While our guys are here, I think they automatically do it. Yeah, because they don't have to bring any material or anything. Okay, so once this is finished, I think what I want to do is, I don't think, are we using this? No. And no. Are we using this? No. Okay, so let's move this now over here. Yes. Let's move this over here. Yes again, and let's move this over there. Okay. We created a little more space here in the middle. So we probably will put a couple more machines of some sort here. I could put a couple more assembly machines there, which I wouldn't be opposed to doing that. But as you can see, just in that time, we've just spent another like $5,000. So we've got to keep things rolling here. We're almost done with our toy food and our ducks. So we are going to probably queue up some more ducks, because those are going to keep us from going bankrupt. So let's queue up some more of those. We have the space. I'm so glad I put these shelves over here. On my original game, I didn't use these shelves very well. You know, I just felt like they just weren't needed. You know, I just didn't want to spend the money. I was being cheap. I admit it. I was being very, very cheap. But I realized that those really do make a difference in certain builds. You know, it makes sense, you know, to have those. I think I am going to get some more assembly stations. They're $28.05, so we're going to wait until we can afford them. But once we start, let's see, our ducks are probably done. Yes, they are. We are going to send, we're going to send the 50 ducks for now. We're going to hold on to the other 3. Yeah, I can send the other 3. I don't know why I didn't, but, you know, I didn't. I think the price is going to go up just slightly, but it really won't make any difference. Really won't make any difference. So we're just going to send out the original 50 that we had made. We're going to get that money in, which is wonderful. So, okay, we're looking at 11,350 now. I think I want to do some more assembly stations. So we are going to put those here. We're going to put one there and maybe one, yes. Put them back to back like that. Now our mood here is now to 0. Do we want to have any type of mood buffer here? I don't exactly know what it does to have extra mood buffer. So I never really paid attention to it, and I hate to admit that, but I didn't pay attention to if there was any extra positive mood, if it made any difference or not. I'm thinking that it does, but I can't really tell you what that was. So we're gonna get this little guy here. So we're gonna be at a 50 mood. So we'll have a little bit left just in case we add. I'm not even gonna say just in case. We're going to add some more machines. That's a given. So because we know we're gonna add some more machines, it just makes sense to already have the mood buffer here, just in case we don't have enough to get some more decoration later. You know, let's just get it while we can, is basically what I'm saying here. We're gonna get it while we can. So right now things should move a little bit quicker. We shouldn't have the King Barbecue stuck for that long. So that should be spread across, yes. So once this toy food is also done, we should be good to go. So we are now spreading this stuff across 4. So I like that. I really do like that. Do we want to look at maybe adding on some more paint? No. I think this was the bottleneck. At least for now, it was the bottleneck. Can I move this over? No, I couldn't before. So I think that was the bottleneck. So, okay, so we're going to get another 10 grand for that. We can do 17 more of these by the end of the cycle. You know what? I don't think it's such a bad idea. We probably won't get to it though. So let's just see what we're gonna do with this King Barbecue. As you can see, this thing has not gone up that much. It's moving up a little bit quicker now because we have something else to we have some extra machines to move that through. But yeah, that's not moving as fast as I would want it. But then again, that's probably my fault because I didn't set it up properly in the first place. So, okay, this thing is going to look like it's going to blow any minute. And our technicians are not on their game. Let's see, we got some more here. I might as well just start opening these up because first I'm going to get that one. Because something tells me I'm going to have to get some more employees. Now, these are the advanced. I don't need that yet. Let's just start from this side. There we go. So we don't have too many more to open here. What do we got? We've used up everything here. We've only got 2 more. We've got 8 more points to get over there. So I'm happy with that. Now I think that right now, since we're looking at, did we get another cycle? Let me see. I don't even remember looking. Yes, we did. Okay, so Crazy Steve is now down to 90,000 of net worth, which is pretty good because I think he was at, I want to say 135, I think. So that's pretty good. That's good to know that Steve was really impacted by that. Okay, so I think we're going to stick with some goblins. I like to do these also because they only require the wood. Let's see. Let's make sure. I believe they only require, yes, they only require the wood assembly here. The detail simple. then they get painted, and then they go here. We're doing a lot of painting right now, though. But I think these guys also need painting. No, I'm wrong. Well, that's good to know. So we're going to be using different machines with these guys here. So I think that we're going to do, let's do 20 of these guys. It's going to take a little bit over a day. It may not come up, it may not come to pass this cycle, but definitely at the beginning of next cycle, we should be able to sabotage someone. So I think, that's a good thing to do at the beginning, or even every cycle. We should make sure we're sabotaging someone, right? Because that's the whole idea of the DLC. So hopefully we can get Steve low enough to where he's more attainable. Because even at 90,000, he's gone down, 45 grand. So he's gone down a good portion of, I think, about a third of what his net worth used to be. So, I mean, that's encouraging. That's very encouraging. And I think that's going to help us to... Steve is going to be our first target for takeover. So now our goal is to try and get in 90 grand. At the very minimum, we need to get 90,000 so that we can buy Steve. Now, do we do that by expanding so that we can do more products? Or do we do that by expanding so that we can do more advanced products? Good question. And I can honestly say, I really don't know. I want to be able to do a combination of things. I want to be able to do, just some of these easier products, but I also want to be able to do some of these. Now, this thing, it bothers me. I really want to do it. I don't know why I want to do this chair so bad, but this thing here is already 10 grand. We don't have that kind of money to spare right now, but we probably could do this quicker because we just did add another assembly. So I wonder how long it will take us to do it now. Let's take a look, shall we? Now, right now it's saying about 2.5 hours per chair, which I can live with that. 2.5 hours for a chair. And if we did 6 of them, I mean, in a half a day, we'll bring about 6 grand. In a day, we're bringing about 12 grand. So yes, I would definitely want to do this. We can only do 38, which is more than enough for us right now. So I think our next goal is to get enough money to buy this thing. Now, in order to do that, I think that we should possibly save up maybe 1.5 times what we need. So we're going to need another 5 grand. I don't want to go down to triple digits anymore. Okay, and I don't want to get to negative either. So I don't want to get down to triple digits because then we're too close to going bankrupt and we haven't had time to really produce enough stuff in order to kind of help us with our cash flow. So what I'm thinking is if we're going to buy something for 10 grand, we're going to save up 15 grand. And then we'll buy it. And that way we've got at least a little $5,000 cushion. And I say little, but it's better than nothing. 5,000 is obviously better than 1,000. But, to me, it's a little cushion because it's not as much as it could be. So I think over here, I was thinking of moving this thing. It won't move. Yeah, I wonder if it'll move here. No. Yeah, the blueprint of this is just to... But then again, let's see. Maybe if I move... I'm not... Wait a minute. I'm moving it. It can fit... This one can fit here. I don't think that'll make a difference. And if I move those around, this over... Oh, that might give me enough space. Let's do that. Come on. Our rubber ducks are almost done, so that's good. And then our next Sabotage project, I'm gonna call it a project, should almost be done as well. I think I'm gonna have to queue up some more rubber ducks. Oh, I forgot we did have more machinery. Let's see what we've got. Oh, good God. 61,600 for this thing. It's well worth it because it can do all of that stuff pretty quickly. But you know, we don't have that kind of money. This thing, 250%. Oh, this one. Oh, we need some money so we can get some more toys. That's what we need. You know, and I think on that note, it's probably a good, you know, place to end the video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a like, you know, subscribe, comment, like or dislike. Just let me know how you feel. I think in the next video, we're just going to continue with this and try to save up the money to buy that one machine we were talking about, just so we can see if we can get into some more stuff. We're just trying to keep the cash flowing. That's it. That's what it's all about, I think. Keep the cash flowing and just stay in the positive long enough so that we can build something. It probably takes me a little longer. I like to enjoy the game. I like to experiment. I like to try things. I was almost disappointed when I realized that I had gotten to the higher tier, because to me it was close to it being the end of the game. But it doesn't have to be. It ends when we say it ends. So there. Anyway, this is just trying to play it. Hope to see you in the next video, but until then, please stay safe, everyone.